Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is Tuesday, and it is Revenge of the 5th. And if you didn't already know, to all of you in celebration of yesterday. Today, we do have a solid What's in the Box here. A little bit more than a short box full of stuff that I was able to work on and get done. Even though last week was super crazy. Thank you for everyone that showed up for Free Comic Book Day. It was a thing. You guys caught me off guard completely. As I was telling folks, this is my fourth Free Comic Book Day that I've done. And the first three we had a response. I'll just leave it at that. But this last Saturday, I had 40, 50 people standing at the door. And luckily, my wife was here. We were both running a register for about 2.5 hours, trying to keep up with everybody and keep things moving. It was unexpected. And a big thank you to all of you that showed up. I mean, it was steady the entire day. I was exhausted by the end of the day. And if that is a preview of things to come, I may need to have some help on Free Comic Book Day and kind of just prepare myself for that type of thing, I suppose. But again, thank you guys that showed up. Hopefully everybody was able to get what they wanted. I was caught off guard also. The Dungeon Crawler Carl book. I had no knowledge of what that was prior to Free Comic Book Day. I was educated on what it was. It was the first book that was sold out that morning. And I had several people coming in that afternoon continuing to look for it. And again, I didn't know what it was. But I do know what it is now. And I did order some of the trade paperbacks that are getting ready to come out. So if you have interest in that, please let me know. I can maybe put you on the list to pre-order one, something along those lines. And then we'll just go forward from there. So I know that eBay already has them anywhere between $10 to $20 a piece already for a free comic book. But that's the world we live in, unfortunately. But again, hopefully you're able to get one and you can avoid the madness. As for things coming up, May 17th is going to be Geek Meet Indy, which again, I can't emphasize enough. It's going to be a good day. It is one of my better shows every year as far as attendance wise. I get to see people that I don't normally see. And I always find something that I didn't know that I was looking for. So if that is up your alley, and even if it's not up your alley, it should be up your alley. It is a good day for everyone involved. But yeah, so that's May 17th. And then we've got stuff going on down the pipeline beyond that. I am looking at a show July 11th, which I believe is the show that I will be doing after the Strawberry Festival here in Crawfordsville, which is sometime in June, mid-June. So that's, again, those are always good events, and you should put them on your calendar. You should look into them and make them a part of your itinerary. Now, I guess as far as I'm concerned, that is everything that's moving forward. We'll have some other updates and other things coming down the pipeline. We'll get to that stuff eventually. But I'm sure you want to see what is in the box today. Yes. Okay, so starting out with some just oddball kind of DC stuff. These were some random Silver Age issues that I encountered in some collections. So just figured I'd grab them and show them off, right? We've got Action Comics number 341. This is Adam number 20. Hawkman, this one's hard to see, number 13. Inferior 5, also Showcase Presents, number 63. Batman 80-page giant, number 12. This is actually kind of a big book. If it was in higher grade condition, it'd be a very expensive book, but it is not. Very expensive. Black Hawk 216. Captain Storm, number 3. Superman, 286. A couple random Lois Lanes, 67 and 135. And then a Metal Men, number 21. So, again, just some random DC Silver Age stuff. There is a Rima Jungle Girl, number 2. We'll skip that one because nobody cares about that one. A couple awesome Daredevil books here. How about Daredevil number 19? Yeah, that's an early one. And then number 257, classic Punisher crossover issue. Some fun stuff. Archie versus Predator, number 1 and number 2. So if you're a Predator fan, an Archie fan, or a combination of the two. And let's see. The rest of this box is 2 different franchises, right? Are you excited? I'm just going to sit here and pause for a second. What you stew? How about Ninja Turtles, number 2, 3rd print? Yeah. The classic April cover, where she is... Turtles, number 3. This is 2nd print. So, some early Turtle stuff. Here's Turtles, number 34. And then this one's kind of a big boy book. This one actually needs to go in the top loader. I'll put it in top loader here in a moment. This is Turtles number 62. So this is the final issue of the original Mirage run. This is very hard to find. I was lucky enough to find a gentleman that was selling 2 copies of this. One for me in my personal collection. That was like one of the last issues I need. I need one more. One more for a full Turtles run. Because I needed 62. But yeah, 62. That's a big thing. I'm going to put that over there so I remember to put it in a top loader for later because it's... and then, let's see. I don't need this one yet. This one's out of order. Yeah, that one goes back here. How about Turtles IDW run, number 45 and number 59. 59 is kind of a big book in the sense that is the issue where Splinter dies. Spoiler warning. Yeah. Heartbreaking. It hurts my heart just to say those words. Now, continuing with the Ninja Turtles here. I'm not going to read off every number. If you're curious as to numbers that I have here, let me know, and I'll send you the list. I do have a gentleman that is looking for these already, so he may claim these ahead of time, because they are pretty hard to find, especially high-grade condition. But how about Ninja Turtle Adventures? So this is volume 2, okay? So volume 1... the first issue had the first appearance of Bebop and Rocksteady in it. Second issue had first appearance of the Technodrome and Krang, I believe, is how that worked out. And then the third issue has the giant mech suit for Krang. That was the first issue, or first volume, right? And that was based on the cartoon series. This is loosely based on the cartoon series, as it has a lot of the cartoon characters and is kind of drawn in that sense. And we have a lot of first appearances of those cartoon characters in here, like Wingnut and Manta Ray, Ray Fillet is in there. So, but anyway, that was number 1. Number 2, another number 2, 4, another number 4, right? And then I'm just going to grab a chunk of them here and flip through them. But again, this is a very hard series to find nowadays. I used to find these things in dollar bins constantly, and I would skip them, you know, because I was like, oh, turtles, okay, yeah, kids' turtles, whatever. Well, nowadays, this is the first cover appearance of Slash, by the way. now people really are seeking these out, just because it is another Turtle title to collect. And again, they were hard to find, kind of that demographic kind of deal where they were meant for kids. So they're hard to find in high grade condition, hard to find, period, especially once you start getting toward the end of the series, which I think is in the 70s, I believe, something along those lines. They're just, yeah. The last Night's Hall show that I had, there was a couple gentlemen that had some of these. They had them priced at like $15-20 each, which is, in my opinion, a little high. But even then, looking at eBay sales, they actually are going for $10, $15, sometimes $20 a piece, if not more, for certain issues. So again, you know, while it's a little bit of a sticker shock, it's what's happening to this title in this you know, in this industry. So they're just, again, getting harder to find. Notice that was the movie adaptation for the third movie. This is a really hard to find, or that issue is hard to find. That's an April miniseries. This is the first movie. This is like a kind of a trade paperback kind of deal, big series or a big title. That's Return of the Shredder in that one. But yeah, Turtle stuff. If you're looking for it, I've got a handful of it. Then the rest of this box, I was starting to run low, surprisingly, on Spawn. I have told folks again and again, Spawn is kind of a bigger, you know, it's always a popular title, but people are going back and collecting all these issues of Spawn and trying to piece together runs. 1 through 50 is fairly common to find, and then you start kind of decreasing past that point with a very sharp decline around like 110, 120, and then it doesn't start picking back up to the late 200s when they start really pushing the 300 issue. But some of these issues, okay, so you have Spawn number 2 here. Notice that. That is a newsstand, my friends, a newsstand. But we have a pretty solid run of, that's a newsstand right there, newsstand number 4. A pretty solid run of Spawn here. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right? There's 11, 12, 13, 14. So if you need Spawn, especially early Spawn, I've got you. I've got a chunk. I'm going to just stop reading numbers because, again, these are pretty much 1 through 50 of Spawn here. You Spawn collectors should recognize the covers by this point. You got, you know, first Greg Capullo work. You've got first Redeemer, first Violator, first Overkill, classic hanging issue. Yeah, are you seeing these? Newsstand. Newsstand. So the last issue that I had there is actually number 57. 56 and 57, both newsstand copies. But yeah, again, Spawn stuff. And then the Turtle Adventures. It's nice to get like little full runs and chunks of things, especially sequential issues, because, you know, it gives you the opportunity to either buy it all at once and have an instant collection, or, you know, piece together those holes that you're missing, you know, knowing that there's other ones in and around those numbers. So anyway, so that's the short box that I have there. And then I have another stack of stuff. I'm going to move this out of my way here. Another stack of stuff. This is kind of just random odds and ends. Bill and Ted's Triumphant Return, number 1. Here is Star Trek Planet of the Apes. That's a Nerd Block exclusive. Gem and the Holograms. This is still sealed. The Planet of the Apes one is still sealed. This is a Loot Crate, Mad Magazine. And then Batman New 52. So there's Endgame. That's a Loot Crate exclusive. Classic Joker cover. That thing is sick. I went out of my way trying to find that a number of years ago. Love, love, love that cover. Number 40, and then number 42, or 41, excuse me. And then Howard the Duck fans, 1, 2, and 3. That's the modern Howard the Duck. Anybody looking for something odd? Marvel Universe Live. This was the stage show that they put on. This was the exclusive comic that you could get at the show. This is a $20 book. Notice it says not for resale, but you know what? I'm going to resell it because that's my job, is to get you the collectibles that you want. How about Walking Dead 132, Loot Crate exclusive, still sealed. Orphan Black number 1, Loot Crate, still sealed. Frankenstein Underground 1 and 2. Then Secret Wars. This is the new one. So 0 and number 1 variant cover. A Street Fighter Hyper Looting number 1. That one is a Loot Crate exclusive. Mad Max Fury Road number 1. This is the Max one. And then, let's see. So this is 1, 2, 3, and 5. Batman Arkham Knight. 1, 2, 3, and 5. So that's a fun series. And then this one's pretty cool. How about the Star Wars Darth Vader? This was the Volume 1 run that they did. Classic cover. There's 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6. And I know I have more of this series in the back issues. Number 1 used to be a $100 book. Used to be. Now it is a $15 book. But you know, if you're a Vader fan, Star Wars fan, which today's Revenge of the 5th, right? Come by and pick it up. Star Wars number 1 exclusive, right? Fan Expo exclusive, right? Was that number 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So a nice solid little run there. And then let's see, Princess Leia, 1, 2, 3, and 4 on the Princess Leia series, right? And then this is going to be bundled up and sold as a bundle, okay? Because that's what I do. Again, I like to put together runs of things, story arcs of things. If I can do full runs of things, whatever miniseries, I'll do it. This one is pretty cool. Rocket Raccoon. This is the Scotty Young one that he did a number of years ago. So this is Rocket Raccoon. This is number 1, the Loot Crate edition. But then there's 2, 3. Notice the Scotty Young artwork. Just beautiful, beautiful artwork. So if you're a Scotty fan, if you're a Guardians of the Galaxy fan, what have you. But this series was an 11-issue run. And this is all 11 issues of that run, right? Yes. Pretty cool. I know I have several issues of that in the back issues, but again, having it all together, putting it as a full series of things, can't knock it. Can't knock it. This one's missing a few issues for a full run, so this will just go in the back issues. But this is the Jane Foster Thor run. Okay, so that's a Hastings exclusive. Notice the Deadpool on it. That's 1. Second print, third print, number 2, 3, 4. This is actually the first crossover of Thor and Thor, I guess, if you will. There's 5, 6, 7, and the all-important number 8. This is actually when she actually reveals herself to be Jane Foster. That was a big to do. And then here's an annual. Notice the Lucha annual, right? So those are pretty rad. So those are going to be in the back issues here soon. And I'll bundle up the other ones. That's it for the box. Now, as always, I have a couple treats for those of you that lasted this long. Always worth showcasing some things, right? Circling back to Darth Vader, How about Darth Vader #3? That's the first appearance of Dr. Aphra. So that's a pretty sought-after book. Classic cover. They've been redoing this one lately with some other homages. So, but first Dr. Aphra, if you are a Star Wars fan, that's something you should be looking into. And then circling back to Spawn, I told you I had 1 through 50. Did you catch that? So number 1, right? Newsstand. So that's a big boy book. That's cool. A lot of people look for the Newsstand Spawn #1s. It is very elusive, pretty hard to find. You can find #1s pretty easily. I mean, I have a couple here still in the store, but a direct edition Spawn #1, that's something that you should look out for, because it's hard to find. It's hard to find. I mean, the newsstands are always hard to find, so a #1 newsstand, that much harder to find. So, anyway, that's today. That's today's What's in the Box. It is cold, it is gloomy, it is rainy. That sucks, I know, but it's a beautiful day to stay inside and read some books. So catch up on what you can, where you can, when you can. And then you saw what I got that's new, so feel free to message me if you have any questions. Tomorrow, new comic book day. As always, Absolute stuff is dropping, as it always does, excuse me. So just let me know what covers you're after, if there's anything specific that you're looking for. And then we'll go forward from there. I still have some Pokemon packs, if you guys saw my post last week about Pokemon, so keep that in mind. And then maybe I'll see you this afternoon. We'll see what happens. If not, I'll see you tomorrow for new comic book day. Okay? All right. Enjoy. Excelsior.